Nice meeting you. My name is Rosemary Siachitema. I'm the Executive Director for the Consumer Council of Zimbabwe. What is the problem?
My sister passed here due to the phone. She was answering a phone. The phone, I think they're under standards goods.
Sure.
So we're here to make a complaint.
Oh, goodness. I'm so sorry about that.
We were just directed, if we have a complaint, they said we must come to Consumer Council of Zimbabwe.
Sure. Have you gone to the hospital first?
Yeah, she
for
did.
Treatment?
Yeah, she did go.
All right. Well, I think you've come to the right place. As the Consumer Council, our work is to ensure that consumers are protected. If you look at our 8 consumer rights, one of them is that we are supposed to be able to use things that we buy from service providers that are safe for our well-being. So this is the right place. We handle complaints that are brought to us by consumers, and our job usually is just to bring you who have been aggrieved and those who sold you the product so that you can come to an agreement in terms of your sister should get some care. They should pay for that care that you've been given, and then maybe see where you go on from then on. So first and foremost, the important thing is that we meet whoever sold you the handset. Now the thing is that they should have explained to you when you bought your product, there are conditions of service, there are the small print, all those things. They're supposed to notify you whether there is some danger. But the biggest thing is that usually these products, when they are sold, the expectation by the consumer is that it is safe.
Yeah.
You know, that's the biggest thing. Now, I think the recourse you can get is service for your sister so that she can get some care, and whoever sold you this handset is supposed to pay for that service. That is the first thing. And then secondly, we need to contact the company that produced that handset. If they haven't given any kind of warning, it is their responsibility what happens after that. But we have our own challenges, of course, in that Zimbabwe does not have a consumer protection law. That is what we are working for now, so that we can have a law that outlines the kinds of things that mean consumers should be protected, and what happens if that does not happen. So if you look at consumer protection laws that have come from elsewhere, you find that this is a real concern, in that sometimes some of the things that are being sold to the so-called developing countries, there are things of substandard that have been dumped from elsewhere, and then they don't tell us that these things are dangerous. That's the reason why we are members of SADC, so that we can deal with these issues from a higher level. I don't know whether you understand what I'm trying to say to you about this.
Yeah, I did understand. Do you have anything to... So, ma'am, I have one more question to ask. Who's responsible for quality here in Zimbabwe? Who's there to protect us?
Well, it is a responsibility of everybody. I'm saying everybody because it's your responsibility as well as a consumer to know that you have rights, that you should receive good quality standards, and that if you are not getting that good quality, you have somewhere where you can report. And if we receive reports about a particular product so many times that it is not working, then we have direct input into the people at the Ministry of Industry and Trade, who are responsible for all this, to indicate that these products are coming into Zimbabwe and they're harming people. Now, the other people who are responsible are the various institutions like ourselves, of course, the Standards Association, who look at quality of goods, the people who are working at the border post, because they're supposed to be screening to ensure that we don't receive any of these poor standard goods. Now, our laws at the moment have been very lax, because we're coming from a situation for more than 15 years when we've had an economic crisis in Zimbabwe. So these institutions are really very weak and they need strengthening, but that does not excuse that, of course, you've suffered this injustice, and these things have to be looked at, and you get your your justice at the end of the day. So it is work that is still in progress. progress. Our institutions need to be strengthened. The people who work in these institutions need a proper capacity, and then consumers themselves, like yourself, need to be educated so you know your rights. You don't complain just sitting at home. You actually come forward and push for change of these policies that are there. You push for these organizations that are bringing substandard goods, so that they, we stop dumping products into Zimbabwe.
That's true.
Yeah, that's what we're looking forward to. But for the moment, you need the care that you need for your sister. And after that, then we need, as a country, to put in a consumer protection law, a quality standards law, which is what is on the in the pipeline at the moment.
Thank you, ma'am, for your day, and thank you for comforting me. Now I know where to come if any incident happened, and I'm going to tell all my friends around about this, that we have somewhere to go if we buy unstandard products.
For sure. We are on the web, we are on Facebook. Just look us up anytime and tell all your friends we are here.